Hey Aquarius, welcome back to Intuitive Dreams 1111. I hope you are doing well. Apologies for the delay in getting readings out for the full moon in Sagittarius. The past couple of weeks have been really rough for me. My equilibrium is really off. So bad that I had to get the doctor gave me a note to take a couple of days off from work last week. And my day job's working with me and being patient with me because of the ups and downs I'm experiencing with really bad sinuses. So I do have an ENT appointment this coming Friday. So hopefully we can get this resolved, but until then I'm moving really slow, and I wanted to at least try and get a start on some of these full moon readings for you guys, and they're going to be pretty quick though. I didn't pull a lot of information, and I did pull it first to meditate on it so that I could just come right on to the reading and explain to you what I'm seeing and what you need to know. All right, so again, appreciate you guys working with me while my equilibrium is really off. It's difficult to do much of anything, so I appreciate you, and I appreciate you sticking around and hanging in there with me. So for this full moon in Sagittarius, this is also known as the flower moon. So this is, it can symbolize growth, discovery, and pursuit of truth. So what I did for you was I pulled one token came out, and it came out on the travel area, and it was the reader glasses. So this is, if you can see that, reader glasses. So this is about making sure you get all of the details and clarity regarding, to me, as I pulled the cards, you have a soulmate that looks like they're traveling back your way. Now, whether that means actually in the car traveling towards you, or it's just them moving themselves towards you for reconciliation, okay? Because we had come together, done, and soulmate come out, all right? So soulmate can also be just somebody that's similar to you. It can be a friendship. It can also be a romantic partner. I do believe in this situation, it does seem to be a friendship at one point, and it might be headed towards an actual romantic connection, okay? But this is what Spirit wants you to do. They want you to make sure that you're getting all the details and looking very closely at this before there is any reconciliation, all right? So Spirit wants to make sure that lessons have been learned and completed before any type of actual decision is made to have a reconciliation. When I clarified the done card, which is, completion, lesson learned, we ended up getting Temperance, the Four of Swords, and Ace of Wands. So what Spirit wants to do is to make sure that you've had enough time to rest on this mentally, to get clear on how you would want to move forward if this, soulmate comes back into your life for a reconciliation, and to make sure that, with the Ace of Wands, before you have a passionate beginning with this person, that you've rested mentally, all right? You're in balance with yourself enough to be able to approach any necessary conversations that will need to be had before a reconciliation takes place. When I clarified the soulmate, we ended up with the High Priestess, the Ten of Cups on the side, and the Four of Pentacles. And so this tells me that you because of, I guess, what's happened between you and this particular person, because there was a break and lessons needed to be, learned on, your side and this person's side, your values, you have higher value now to yourself, because this person, you felt that they were your 10 of Cups at one point before the break, but actually it ended up being, a broken dream to you, so to speak, is how you ended up feeling. So, it caused you to withhold, but it also, the reason that there was a break was because this person withheld from you. Okay, so they weren't telling you everything, they weren't showing you everything. And when I clarified the Four of Pentacles to understand, more about why there was withholding, and we ended up with the Seven of Cups. Okay, so there was legitimate withholding, emotions and holding themselves back because there was other options in this person's life. And so, which is why I believe caused you to have a break, whether you knew that or not, possibly because of the High Priestess. I think you intuitively knew this person had other options. And this is why it kind of like shattered your dreams, because even though I do believe that there is a strong spiritual connection between you two, very strong soulmate, like I said, you intuitively, could probably pick up on the fact that this person, had other options, and that's why they were kind of withholding their emotions, and not being as forthcoming with you as you would have liked them to have been. But now you've had a break. I do believe your values, you have higher standards now, right? And Spirit just wants to make sure that you put what you've learned into action when this person comes back. So when I did clarify the, reconciliation and coming back together, the Moon came out, the Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So I think when this person does approach coming towards you for a reconciliation, I do believe with the Moon, it might be that they, are still sort of holding back why they're coming forward, or it might seem a little fuzzy or confusing to you. And so, Spirit wants you to make sure that you do have clear boundaries with this person. And, while you're saying, I'm open to listening to what you have to say, with this person wanting to come forward, to offer a cup of love, or if, you feel like they're just charming you, so it might be a little confusing. And so when I clarified the Moon, we ended up with the Three of Cups. Okay, so I think while this person comes in, as friendship, and I think that's kind of where you two were before, it was more of a friendship with, passion. because they withheld the actual full-blown emotions with you because of the other options they had. I feel like this person might come back towards you to where it seems like it's headed towards that friendship again. And I think you want to make sure that this isn't going to be a repeated pattern, because of also with the Three of Cups, not only, is it them coming towards you to, reconcile as friendship again, but with this, moon, possible illusions of, are there going to be other third parties, other interferences, or are you coming at me, as friends? What is this? I think it's, Spirit's like, go ahead and listen to what this person has to say, but keep the boundaries up and make sure that they're coming at you truthfully. Because we ended up seeing the Knight of Swords come out, the King of Swords, and the Tower. So I think what really this person, is coming in to do is to, I think they're trying to defend themselves and talk to you openly and honestly about the fact of the separation between you two has caused, a tower moment for this person where they realize that it created some upheaval for them, not having you in their life, because of it being such a strong spiritual connection, that while there was a break, it did cause this person maybe to gain some clarity on all the options they had. So maybe the other options they had were not as strong as they thought until your particular situation ended up with a break with the Four of Swords, okay? So again, Spirit just wants to make sure you're ready and that you look at all the details closely this time around. And I believe that I'm talking to an Aquarius that is going to do that because you have had the time to balance yourself out from the break. And you've been able to gain some clarity, not being in a passionate connection with this person, because what people don't realize is when you're in a passionate connection with somebody, whether they have other options or not, it can confuse your vibration being intimate with them if you both are not completely open and honest and clear with each other, right? Because with the moon here, it might have seemed, fuzzy, confusing, a blur in the line, so to speak. And that could very well be on both parts, because here, as you'll see, you've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords coming out. So now it's two people who are actually getting clear on what they mean to each other. And that's, that's fine and dandy. It's just, make sure now when you do come together is that you both are clear and honest with each other and having the conversation and not jumping in for the passion, right? I think that's kind of what you two may have done initially before your break. And now it's okay. One person's feeling that now that there's been this break, they've been dealing with other options. They're starting to realize these other options don't quite mean as much to them as they thought maybe they would have, right? And so now that you two have had this break, then perfect. It's two people, coming together to talk about, hey, this is how I felt. This is what happened. You can talk about how you felt, them withholding, and then, you withholding. And so now it's time to not withhold information from each other and actually come together, open, honestly, to be able to see if this can be a successful reconciliation between two people who have had a little bit of a break from passion, and to be able to balance and learn separate lessons, which is a good thing, right? That's, you know, that's when you can possibly have a successful reconciliation, is when two people have taken a break and, you know, learned lessons and have completed some lessons. If they haven't and you try to come back together, it's not going to be successful because no one's learned anything. You're coming back in the same manner as you did before you broke, if that makes sense. So again, I think this is, you know, good if there's somebody on your mind that you have had a break with, that you might be sort of talking to now, or you might start talking to around the full moon. All right. So these are the signs, that the main signs that we have out on the board. Doesn't mean you have to be dealing with these signs. It's just, I'm just going to give you the energy to kind of help you. We do have Pisces out here. We have Sagittarius. We do have Pisces again. So we've got strong Pisces. We've got Aries and Scorpio. Those are the main signs. We do have, between the King of Swords and Queen of Swords, we've got air energy. So we've got the, you know, again, you, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. All right. So those are the signs. Doesn't have to be, but, you know, in case it helps. So let's pull a Moonology card for you. Oops. All right. What do we have for Aquarius here, please? For this full moon in Sagittarius. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Okay. So yeah, I want to say that it's, both of you are safe to come towards each other and to have an open and honest conversation. Cancer is, that's water sign. So you both may have Cancer in your chart. Doesn't have to be, but that is, the energy you two would be coming together. When you're coming together, you will want to be open and honest about your feelings. Now it's time to have feelings in this discussion with, honesty and clarity, right? Along with emotions. So you're safe to be able to open up with emotions to each other, right? If there's lessons that have been learned, and there's been some lessons learned, then you should be safe to try and come together and talk to see where this can go. Let's see, do we want to pull anything else? Let's pull from here. Okay, let's pull from here. This is the Message of Love Oracle deck. All right, what do we have in here, please, for Aquarius? Oops. Good. Okay. All right. Guess this is the one. Unappreciated. Yeah. Somebody here felt like, you didn't care. Or it could very well, you know what I mean? One or the both of you may have felt like that at one point. But I do feel that's more you feeling unappreciated. And that is something that you'll want to bring up in your conversation. All right, what else do we have? Yeah, especially if this was a strong soulmate, Yeah, indecisive. Yeah, somebody's inability to make a decision because of all the options here at one point. They knew it hurt that they were indecisive. They know this. This may have been one of their lessons, which in turn, made you feel unappreciated. So, and it's understandable. But now it's time to come together and see if we can be open and honest and make a real go at a reconciliation, right? But everybody has free will. Take it as it resonates. Much love and light. I'll talk to you soon.